Well, good morning, everyone. Thomas Montgomery here. We get together most weekday mornings, 8 o'clock Central, talk about strategies, tips, techniques, share success stories, and support each of you. We're going to have a concise 10-minute training today because we need to make sure that we all understand the basics of what it takes to legally and ethically get funding for a business. And secondly, what it is that you and I do to help small businesses accomplish that. So we're going to understand the 3 C's to get business funding. What's great is we've covered pretty much everything else, right? We've talked about our new lead distribution partner. Many of you are taking advantage of that, and it's working great. Many of you have been reaching out to Kyle. Most of you, I'm hearing you're getting 5 new hot leads within the first 24 hours. So leads should not be an issue. We're beyond that. If you don't have leads, shame on you, we'll fix it. Leads are not a problem. What we need to do is to make sure we all understand what it takes to get funding and how we help. That's what we're going to cover in the next 10 minutes. So background. We live in a society of a lot of misinformation. A lot of people don't know what you and I know. They don't know how business works. They don't know how business financing works. They either have wrong information or an absence of information. It's a real critical problem. That's where you and I come in. We have to educate. We have to build financial literacy. Our job, your and my job, is to provide the truth about getting funding to start or grow a business. We don't need to lie. We don't need to cheat. We don't need to steal. We don't need to exaggerate. If we tell people the truth, we tell them how it works, most of them will enroll, but 9 out of 10. There is a simple formula to qualify for business funding. It's not some mystery. It's not some magic. It's not hocus pocus. It's called the 3 C's. You need to know the 3 C's like the back of your hand. We're going to go through them now. When we provide a Shelf Corporation to a client, it addresses all 3 C's. It's the quickest and easiest way for us to create a fundable business. So let's go through the 3 C's. You need to understand this. It's crucial. Regardless if you're an affiliate or a closer, you need to understand what it takes to qualify for business funding, financing, and what we do. So the 3 C's: credit, collateral, capacity. Let's start with credit. What is credit, you might ask? Well, we probably know that, right? It's your demonstrated credibility of paying your obligations as you said you would. Everyone, I think, I've ever talked to that has shitty credit has some excuse, right? Until the War of 1812, I had great credit. No one gives a shit about what caused your bad credit. Either you have good credit or you don't. If you don't have good credit, we're going to fix it. So with the Shelf Corp, for free, not selling them something, for free, we get everyone to a 720 plus. Well, why would we do that? Because it improves their credit, improves their access to funding. Now, true, some sources of funding don't care about credit, but many of them do. And we're going to fix that for free. We don't need to sell them credit repair. It's technically not credit repair. We're not going to sell them credit repair. We're not going to charge them. It's free. It's first of the 3 C's. You need to know that. Second of the 3 C's, collateral. This is the assets pledged to the lender to mitigate their risk, the lender's risk, in case the borrower should default. Very common. So these are basic financial terms. It's okay if you're not familiar with them, but it's time to learn them. How do we address that? We provide for free $100,000 of collateral. Say, oh, that's not enough? Fine. We can get you more. We can get anyone up to 5 million. We could theoretically go higher, but I don't think we've ever done more than 5 million. So there are 3 C's to get funding. There's not some magic. This is not a game of Monopoly where we can just really want money or really need money. We need to have the 3 C's. We need to know what those are. We need to know how you and I solve those problems. We're 2/3 of the way through, aren't we? Capacity. This is maybe the least understood, and that's probably why we're having this discussion today. Capacity can be also referred to as cash flow, but it's defined as it's the borrower's ability to repay the loan. We are fucking fools to think that lenders are not worried about being repaid. Of course they are. They want to be repaid. They want to loan money. Don't think that they don't want to loan money. They want to loan money to people that they feel confident that will repay them. How do they evaluate that? Credit, collateral, capacity. There's a definition of each, and we fix each. So the definition is the borrower's ability to repay the loan for the definition of capacity. Well, how do we address that? Well, this is a little bit more complicated, so let's go through it a little more slowly and a little more deeply. There are two ways that we legally and ethically provide capacity to qualify for business funding. It's important you understand both. First of all, we create projections. This is what the business anticipates bringing in for revenue, spending out for expenses, what's left over to service the debt. So that's the first thing that we do with the Shelf Corp. We provide that for free. I guess I didn't write for free, but it's for free. The second thing that we do is we can provide daily deposits into their bank account. We've talked about this, but I don't think many of you are attaching on to this, how big of a deal it is. Because while the projections are certainly helpful, what's most powerful is proof. How does our bank statements look? Does it look like we can afford to repay the debt? So our model is real simple. We want to provide daily deposits into each client's bank account. Our goal is 1,000 a day. If you do that times 20 weekdays in a month, it's 20,000 a month. When we do that, we're going to have the capacity for large business loans. So those are the three C's: credit, collateral, capacity. You need to know what each of them means and how we help with the Shelf Corporation. We have a little asterisk here, which means we need to look somewhere for more information. So we have two ways that we can create daily deposits for clients to get an extra 20,000 a month into their bank account. And this is real money. This is not a loan. It's not money that has to be repaid. So we have the Opportunity Fund, which is essentially earned income as a distribution partner, and or, depending upon the client, we can also liquidate those receivables. We had a discussion yesterday about accounts receivables, and the real accounts receivables that we provide, we can help the client liquidate those and turn that into cash. In addition to the three C's, there's more that you and I provide through the Shelf Corporation. That's these three check marks here. We also will provide them a free commercial address with mail forwarding. Does that matter? Yes, it does. We're not going to go qualify for a large business loan with a personal address, a residential address, a post office box, so forth. So yes, that's important. Secondly, we provide a free website and a branded email. We don't want to go apply for a big business loan using Yahoo or AOL or Proton or Gmail. Again, people don't know this is important, so they may not value it, but you have to educate. We're going to tell them the truth. We want to tell them the truth about how a business can get funding, show them how we can help them, and then they can make an educated decision. So commercial address, websites where we're at, and also we file with the Secretary of State to get an entity that's in their name in good standing. So that's what we do in a nutshell. You need to be able to explain that. And this is a simple way to explain it. If you need a copy of this cheat sheet, call Madison. You don't want to call her, email Madison, but she can provide you this cheat sheet. Now, let's finish up today's 10-minute discussion with cost. We need to be able to explain to people how it works, what the pricing is. Now, if you're a white label partner, you pick the price, so I can't tell you what the dollar amount is, but I can tell you how to describe the process. So we provide fundable shelf corporations for free, but let's understand the process. Very clearly stated. First, the client buys a shelf corporation from you. You pick the price, they pay you for it. They can pay just 1,000 down and we can get financing for the rest. But regardless, they buy a shelf corporation from you if you're a white label partner. You pick the price. In 8 days, we're going to apply for business funding. Well, why not right away? Because we need 7 days to get everything over into the client's name. Then the client is guaranteed in writing a minimum of 100,000 of funding. They may want more, they may need more. We can pursue more, but we guarantee 100,000. That's the minimum that we'll guarantee. It's in writing. Then once they've done that, then they get reimbursement for number one. Thus, if they spend, let's say most of you are charging 15,000 for the shelf. So if they pay you 15,000, whether it be upfront or 1,000 down with financing, that's what they get back. So if you have questions, call Madison. She's available to talk to you, to speak with you if you need this cheat sheet. But today's goal is in a 10-minute discussion, make sure that you're clear that there are certain elements needed to have a fundable business. We've taught you or reiterated what those are, the 3 C's. We've also shown you how we provide the deliverables so clients have a fundable business. So with that being said, we'll be back tomorrow morning. Let's start with the basics. Let's master the basics. If you understand this and you can communicate this to prospects, you're going to make a lot of money helping a lot of people. If you have questions, call Madison. We'll see you back tomorrow morning. Thanks, everyone.